Welcome back to Skidmore Family Farm. Today it's sunny and about 52 degrees, and we're letting the baby chicks out. Well, they're not babies anymore, they're about half grown. They're 2 months old, 2.5 months old. And the Rhode Island Reds are coming to investigate. They want to know what's going on. Probably coming to pick on them because they're little instigating turds. You leave them alone. Hey, what did I say? We don't need any problems from you. Come on, scoot. You go mind your own business somewhere else. You go mind your own business somewhere else. Go on. You want some fingers? You want some fingers? Ow! Go on. Go. Go. The newest chickens are trying to avoid them, but Rhode Island Reds just can't resist. They're like Rosie, they're too nosy. But we're trying to get them somewhat acquainted and used to each other. They have to be put together in 2 weeks. As far as I know, we're going to have to put them together unless I figure something else out. Maybe put them in the separate chicken tractors, but I'd prefer that they all stay together while we're on vacation. But I think the chicks are getting big enough, they know to get out of the way, and they're not so small that they're just helpless anymore. So I think over the next 2 weeks, letting them mingle together, we should be able to get them used to each other, hopefully. And in 2 weeks, they're going to be a little bigger also. So Rosie, stop. Rosie's wanting to come out here and instigate too. Just like I said, nosy Rosie. Guess they got to get their pecking order. And the Rhode Island Reds aren't going to back down. They're going to set the pecking order. Which is kind of expected. These the new chicks are a little bit more docile breeds. The barred rock, black sex lynx, and then the black australops. We got 2 of each, which gives us a total of 12 chickens now. 6 that are laying, the Rhode Island Reds, and then the smaller ones that'll be laying in 2 or 3 months. 3 months maybe. But they're just kind of sticking together. They're used to being in a small area. Hey. I'll pick on you. How about that? Yeah. How about that? I'll get you. Huh? See? They don't back down too much. They don't even back down from Rosie. They'll run from Rosie and then they'll turn around and chase Rosie right back. They'll fight. I'll throw a ham bone or whatever out for Rosie, and the chickens try to peck the marrow out of the center of it, and they'll fight over that. They'll go back and forth. Rosie will steal it and then drop it, and then the chicken will come chasing, and which I'm glad they all get along. Rosie's pretty good with them. She was actually, this morning, I put the scratch, as you can see right out here, their feed, and went inside, was getting the kids ready to take them to school, and came back out to start the van, and Rosie, the chicken, one of the hens was by itself right here eating the chicken feed, and Rosie's giving her a tongue bath, cleaning her like she's cleaning herself. Chicken's just sitting there eating, not even paying any attention. I had my phone on the charger inside in the house. Otherwise, I would have tried to get that on videotape. I thought it was pretty funny. But we're just working on the yard, trying to get some of this more of this mess cleaned up. And I think you can see the brick that's right here underneath the soil. We're gonna scrape all that up. I've already started right over here. It's kind of piled up. I'm just raking it with like a garden rake, loosening it up and then sweeping it. And then I've been feeding the chickens on top of it too, and they've kind of loosened it up and worn some of the dirt off. And this will be kind of like a little patio area. It's not exactly level, but it's level enough that you can walk across it without tripping, and it'd make a nice little sitting area. But this was all there prior. I don't know when that was installed. Somebody took the time though to make patio, and then somebody let it, I guess they either intentionally covered it up, or I guess maybe over time the soil and leaves and debris build up, but I think somebody planted grass, put soil down and planted grass, but I don't know. We're gonna try and get it back to where this is a little patio area, and then we have the patio area over here, and then hopefully we get some things situated. We'll know when we can put our house up for sale, and that'll all be in place. Here in just a little bit, I'm gonna put the gutter boards on the barn and the screen underneath, like where the soffit is, so it'll be an open soffit with screen on it, and get the corner trim boards, the uprights, try and get that going and get it ready for vinyl siding. We're having some warm days this week, and I took a 5-gallon bucket back there where you see the tarps. I filled a 5-gallon bucket full of the winter wheat and filled it full of water and the wheat seeds, getting those to sprout, and then I'm going to dump them out, tarp them off, and let that sprout. And then that's where the chickens were originally, when we still had the Cornish cross and the Rhode Island Reds. They had a run back there, had about 6 foot wide, and then the whole length of the backyard, or whole width. But I'm going to try and get that winter wheat, at least a good patch of it, started. And then when we leave, right before we leave, I'll transfer them over there, move the little chicken run over and fence it in. So while my mom's here, it'll be easy for her to feed and take care of everything. She'll just have to check on them, basically. I'm building the water out of a 5-gallon bucket that has the little cups that fill up when the chicken pecks. There's like a little lever in the chicken that's yellow. The chicken will peck at it, move it, and water will come into it. And then when they stop, the little lever falls down. But we'll do a video on that, and that's like a self-watering type deal, kind of automates things to where 5 gallons should pretty much last us the whole time we're gone, because it's not going to be super hot, I don't think. It's just in 2 weeks. Might be in the 70s or whatever. The water will be in the shade anyhow, but it also prevents water from being wasted too, because it only fills up the little tiny like cup as the chicken wants the water. So it's not in one of the like bell waterers where they can splash it around and step in it or whatever. Those are kind of wasteful, but that's what we started with because they're inexpensive and we could get them just down the street, didn't have to wait to have them delivered or anything. But I think in the last one of the last videos we did, I had wood all piled up there. It was just like scrap pieces and limbs, and I burnt for like 6 hours one evening like 2 weeks ago. Burn a bunch of wood up, and then that's what's left. There was a barn right there where the chicken is standing. I removed it because it was had rotten wood and was dilapidated, but that's what's left, and it's about dried out. I'll probably burn it. And then the little roof there that you can see that's fallen on the kids' playhouse, I'm going to take that part off. And then this like monkey bar and this thing here, I'm going to take that off. It's too wobbly. And I'll probably just scrap some of those wood pieces, and I'll use that to make the other chicken run that's going to start over there and go down towards the barn. I'll use that treated wood to kind of put a roof on it, or not a roof, but like braces for the top to where I can put chicken wire on it and leave it open, let the chickens run, and they won't be out like they are now. So when vacation time comes, or if we know we're going to be gone, they can get in the chicken tractor for protection or from the weather or whatever, get in the shade and keep their water in it, but be able to come out during the day on their own. And then when we get home in the evening, we can lock them up. But that's about what we got going on. Just trying to let the chickens out and starting to work on the house some, since we have some nice weather. And I'm trying to get these windows cleaned. I don't know if you can see the outline. There's like hard water and just nasty buildup. The house just was neglected, and I still haven't cleaned it. Even after 4 years of living here, I've had so many other projects, I just haven't messed with it. Dirty windows don't bother me, but when it comes time to selling it, I want everything to be pretty much spotless clean and freshly painted, everything touched up. And we'll get some grass seed planted out here in the backyard and get that brick cleaned off, and I think we'll have a nice backyard. Once we know we'll get up into the 70s or whatever, I'll seed the backyard and spread straw out and get that all going. That's why we're trying to get it cleaned up now, so we can prep it for the grass seed. It's part of the reason why I've been letting the chickens roam so much. They scratch it and they're picking all the seeds and everything out of it now, and I can start from scratch. I'll rake it out and loosen the soil up some, and we'll get her done. Well, that wraps up the video today. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe, hit the thumbs up, and hit the bell to get all our newest videos. Thanks, and have a great day.